This is a microphone check. Okay.
All right, welcome Bulldog TV fans to our first Apollo Conference matchup of the 2023-2024 season. I'm Dan Waldinger. We're here, we're ready. I'm riding solo tonight, but I've got a great crew behind me. I've got Tyler Mackey, Chloe Gabbard. Is it Kaya? Is it Kia or Kaya? Kaya. I got Kaya Kamala on controls. Lizzie Eichen doing the score. And, of course, Rhodey's down there as well. So we've got a great crew here tonight ready to take on some Bulldog TV action. 3 minutes, 28 seconds left to go before the tip. Bulldogs come in at 1-3 on the season. It's early season. We've got a new regime here on the Bulldog front with head coach Adam Schonauer leading the way. Adam's getting this Bulldog program turned around, and of course they're a young team. Only a couple of seniors on the varsity lineup. We'll get into that later. 3 seniors to be exact. We'll highlight those folks. Mattoon comes in. The Green Wave comes in at 1-2. Again, Bulldogs versus the Green Wave for the first Apollo Conference matchup of the season. So Apollo Conference matchup tonight at the main gym here in Mahomet. 2:38 left to go. The keys to the game tonight, I think, for our Bulldogs is to get up early. Both teams come in with just one win. You got to imagine this is going to be a tough Apollo Conference matchup. You'd like to see us grab a win here early and start conference matchup play with a victory. So very winnable game tonight. Mattoon comes in, and they'll bring in the following starters. Number 4, Carson Rice. He's a senior. He's the point guard. He's 5'10". Number 10, he's a junior forward, 6 foot, Madden Johnson. Number 11 will be starting. He's another senior shooting guard. He's 6'2". His name again is Bryce G. Number 12, Andrew Wetzel. He's a senior shooting guard, 5'11". And number 30, Colton Smith, another senior, plays the center position. He's their tallest guy on the lineup card at 6'3". So Mattoon, the Green Wave, come in with a very senior-heavy lineup. You got to imagine that may play a factor here early in the season with that experience. But speaking of experience, Mahomet brings in some experience as well. Finn Randolph leads the way. He's our senior at 6'1", 160. He's a starter, a returning starter at that. Number 22, Miles Woolsey, a junior, will start tonight at 6'1", 170. He's a guard. 24, Henry Wagner, junior, 6'3", 190. Big boy, does a lot of work on the boards. Look for him to get quite a few boards tonight. And, of course, number 30, Luke Dyer, the junior, 6'2", 190, a guard. Plays very methodical but fundamentally sound. We'll talk about him tonight, Luke Dyer. And rounding out the starting lineup for your Bulldogs, Jackson Baum, just a sophomore, but he's been playing some valuable minutes and making some huge contributions here early in the season is Jackson. Sophomore, 6'2", 165 guard. That's your starting lineup for the Bulldogs. And with that, we'll stay here live for the national anthem, and then we'll be back for the tip. Welcome again to Bulldog TV. I'm Dan Waldinger, and it's Apollo Conference home opener. All right, welcome back to Bulldog TV. We're about to tip things off. Once again, Bulldogs come in on the season, early season, 1-3. Mattoon at 1-2, according to Max Preps. And a big Apollo Conference matchup here. See if we can kick the Apollo Conference season off with a victory tonight. Once again, Bulldogs and Mattoon. Welcome fans from both schools to Bulldog TV. Here we go. We're off and running. The green wave gets the tip. And they'll set things up. That's Madden Johnson with the ball. Over to Rice. Rice back to Jean. And Johnson scans, looks under. Gets it to their big guy, Colton Smith. Colton throws that one away. It's going to go out of bounds. That'll be Bulldog basketball, 7:37 here early. Good defensive stop by your Bulldogs to apply a little pressure. And the green wave throw it away. That'll bring Bulldogs with their first possession in this Apollo Conference home opener here at the main gym in Mahomet. Jackson Baum with it. Sets up the offense, gets it to Luke. Dyer dribbles. Back to Baum. Pump fakes one way, kicks to Finn. Randolph with in and out on the three. Here comes Mattoon the other way. That's Johnson, kicks it ahead to Rice. Over to their big man, Colton Smith, misses. Rebound goes to Dyer. Dyer's capable of bringing it up the court. He'll do just that. He'll set up the Bulldog offense. Looks for a screen, nothing doing. Over to Finn. Over to Woolsey. To Wagner. Now to Baum. Baum looks baseline. Gets to the middle lane. Kicks to Finn. Quick pass to Woolsey. Back to Randolph. Luke to Baum. Baum resets. Good defense by Mattoon. Baum breaks it. Gets to the middle. Kicks to Dyer. One extra pass to Finn for three. Give me that hot sauce, Finn Randolph. The senior knocks it down. 3-0 Bulldogs. Bulldogs showing a 1-2-2 press. Mattoon, no problem breaking it. And now they'll set things up. That's Bryce Jean. Over to Carson Rice. Back to Jean. Jean drives. Drop step. Dribble drive. Travel. Comes the other way. Good move from Jean, but he just took one extra step there. Did the senior, the 6'2 senior. With a nice move, just got a little bit carried away on the travel. Bulldogs ball, here comes Woolsey. He breaks the press easy. Light press from Mattoon. They play man-to-man. Dyer to the middle of the lane. He'll take it all the way. Up and in with the right hand. Luke Dyer. 5-0 early, Bulldogs. Again, Bulldogs showing a 1-2-2 press. Finn on the top. Showing all kinds of pressure. Good pressure from Wagner, but a little too much contact. He'll get the foul. First foul of the ball game with 6 minutes left to go. That's on Mr. Wagner, his first, team's first. And Henry, the junior, 6'3", 190, will record his first foul. Mattoon inbounds. They get it to Rice. Rice over to Jean. There's a three. It's up and it's out. Rebound goes to Mattoon. Kick out to Rice. Rice is good for three. There is a foul underneath. The basket will count. It's going to be a loose ball foul underneath the basket. A tough break for the Bulldogs because that basket will count. And the foul underneath the basket means that Mattoon will retain possession. Second team foul for the Bulldogs. There's a wide open look from Jean, but it's no good. Rebound again goes to Mattoon. We got to get those defensive boards. Good steal from Dyer. He looks ahead. He doesn't have the numbers. Wisely gets it to Woolsey. Woolsey's got room in the lane. Up, under, scoop and score. Miles Woolsey with 2 points. 7-3 Bulldogs early. 1-2-2 press, causing all kinds of issues with Finn on that point. They break it this time. And it's kicked out for another three. A lot of three balls from Mattoon. They're getting a lot of open looks, and that's Carson Rice, the senior, who knocks it down. Got to find Rice. He's got all 6 points for Mattoon, down one. Here's Luke. Over to Jackson Baum. Jackson, that left-hander, kicks it over to Woolsey, over to Finn. Finn kicks to Luke. He's got a look from three. No good. Jackson on the offensive board. Up and in. Jackson Baum records his first 2 points, puts the Bulldogs up three, and they continue to apply that 1-2-2 pressure. Mattoon breaks it. There's a three from Smith. It's off. Luke with a board. Here comes Finn. Here comes the Bulldogs. Finn will set this offense up. Luke gets in that elbow. Great assist to Randolph. Great back cut from Finn. Great assist from Dyer. And there's a timeout on the court. Bulldogs up 5 here early. 4:16 left to go. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be right back here on Bulldog TV.
Proud to serve as hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home.
All right, we're coming back. We're back on Bulldog TV, and Bulldogs are up 11-6. Mattoon breaks the pressure here this time. Still a lot of pressure. Bulldogs stay in that 1-2-2 look. Good drop step from Gene, but it's blocked by Dyer. Dyer gets it, retains it, up 5. Here comes Dyer the other way. He looks to get in the middle of the lane. Kicks over to Wagner. Wagner with a 3. Off the back rim, fight for the board. It will be poked out by Mahomet. It'll go the other way. Madden Johnson to inbound against that 1-2-2 press. Here's Gene, the senior, over to Madden. He breaks it, and Mattoon will set things up with Johnson. Over to Rice. Good steal from Finn Randolph. Here comes Luke the other way to Baum. Baum looks in, pops, scores. Jackson Baum with his second bucket. Puts the Bulldogs up 13-6. Good start from your Bulldogs here early. Getting a lot of great pressure defensively, causing the Green Wave all kinds of problems on this defensive end. Skip pass. That's Johnson for 3. He misses. Here comes Baum on the board. Baum will take his time. No numbers this time. Kicks to Wagner. Wagner gets to the lane, spins, gets in a little trouble. Out to the senior Finn. Randolph over to Dyer. Dyer with an open lane. Puts it high off the glass. Nice finesse touch shot from Luke Dyer with his second bucket. He's got 4 points. Bulldogs up 15-6. All Bulldogs, another great defensive stand. And somehow Wagner gets called for that foul, but a great aggressive look from Wagner. That'll be his second foul, I believe. But don't quote me on that. I'm not sure what the call was. Mattoon keeps it either way. 2:35 left. Bulldogs 15. Green Wave 6. Entry pass in and out. Good kick. 3-point ball is missed again. Here comes Baum with all kinds of room. He's going to take it himself. Up and in. Baum's got 6 early. Bulldogs up 16-6, 15-6, excuse me. Here comes Mattoon. They got a lot of open looks from 3 against this Bulldog defense. They just can't convert. Bulldogs ahead 17-6, up 11. A lot of trouble, good pressure. Wagner ends up with it on the steal. Here he comes. Great pass to Baum. Up and in. What a great pass from Wagner to get Baum an easy layup. Bulldogs, all Bulldogs 19-6 here early. Green Wave not getting quality possessions. Give credit to your Bulldog defense. That's Jace Gardner in now for the Green Wave. Kick out, goes to Wetzel. Wetzel misses another 3. They cannot get the 3s to go. Good look ahead from Dyer, but a little too far, intended for Pagel there on the entry. Now in for your Bulldogs is Landon Hanna. Landon, the sophomore, 5'11" guard, and he'll play the point and give Finn a little breather on this 1-2-2D against Mattoon, who's having all kinds of trouble against this defense by Mahomet. Mattoon takes her time this possession. That's Wetzel with the big skip pass over to Larson. Entry in to Gardner. It's rebound, though, goes to Mattoon, and he'll be fouled. That's Cale Kimbrough on the putback. He doesn't convert, but he does get fouled. And that one is on Wagner, and it's his second. It's the third team foul for the Bulldogs. Once again this year in HSA basketball, the rule change comes into play. 5 team fouls per quarter, and you get 2 shots. No more 1-on-1s. That is long gone. That's a history. And here comes Bulldogs the other way. Woolsey with it. Over to the sophomore. Kicks to Dyer. There's Cade Starrick making his first entry of the night. To Pego, who drives baseline, tipped out of bounds by Mattoon. So you're seeing a couple new faces out there for the Bulldogs. Cade Starrick, who's coming off an injury. Good to see him out there, a senior sharpshooter for the Bulldogs in now, along with Braden Pagel, another senior. Now the junior, Dyer with it. Luke gives to Braden. Pagel caught in the corner, but he gets out of it. He's got a jumper. It's up and off the board. Great job by Pagel to find an open spot. Gets it up off the glass for another 2, 21-7, all Bulldogs. And that's Hannah applying pressure up top. There's a shot jumper by Mattoon. Rebound loose. Mattoon ends up with it, and a tough foul called on Dyer, fighting for that loose ball. That'll go against Luke. That'll be the 4th team foul, which is important. The next one, well, with 9 seconds left in the quarter, it won't matter. That is the 4th team foul for the Bulldogs. First for Dyer. Mattoon inbounds it. They get it underneath. Lazy pass out. Ends up with Mattoon. And that's a floater by Rice. It's off. Good rebound from Pagel, and they call a foul. It won't matter, but it is a personal foul. There at the end, they did call it on number 1, Jace Gardner. The 6'1 senior picks up that loose ball foul at the end of the quarter. But after 1, all Bulldogs 21, Mattoon 7. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Bulldog TV.
FedEx Ground of Champaign is a proud sponsor of MSHS Athletics, who is committed to bringing you reliable delivery service. And they're hiring now. Visit the QR code on your screen to apply.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Welcome back, Bulldog TV fans. We're back. Second quarter action, Bulldogs 21-7. Good start from your Dogs here in this home opener, Apollo Conference matchup. Bulldogs get it on this change of possession. Good entry to Finn. Finn with all kinds of trouble underneath, though. He's triple teamed. Mattoon ends up with the loose ball. Here they come. That's Rice. Kicks to Larson. Back to Rice. He'll look at Jordan Hall, the senior that's now in the game, number 3. Back to Rice. Rice dribbles, kicks. Over to Gardner. Good defense from your Bulldogs, playing a 2-3 matchup zone defense right here. That shot's short. Offensive rebound, though, goes to Mattoon. They'll reset with Rice. Over to Hall. He's stuck in that corner. Good defense from Finn. There's a kick. Pump fake. Entry. Another entry kicked Pump fake, gets to the middle lane, up and under. Somehow gets it to go. Good move from Jordan Howe, the senior, to convert. Tough shot, makes it 21-9. Bulldogs. Here comes Miles Woolsey, over to Braden Pagel. Nothing doing on the baseline. Good pass to Woolsey, puts it up. Wild shot, doesn't go. Here comes Mattoon, but there's a loose ball. And the foul will go against Mattoon. Good pressure there by Sterick to get his hand in there to disrupt that. Shakes things up, and it ends up in Mahomet's hands. The foul will go against Mattoon. It'll be the first team foul of the quarter. First personal for Larson. Mahomet inbounds to Finn, the senior, number 2. Scans, dribbles, initiates it over to another senior, Cade Sterick. Kicks it back to Finn. There's a foul. Little gamble job by Gardner. He picks up another one there. And that'll be his second in less than a minute. And substitutions abound for both sides. Finn will take it in. Over to Woolsey. Dribbles baseline. And he'll get bailed out there a little bit, jump stop, but he got leveled off his block there, and it's a foul against Mattoon. Inbound will be Bulldogs. That's the third team foul for Mattoon, I believe. Maybe second. I'll get back to you on that. Here's Woolsey in the lane. Loses it. And they're going to call a foul against Mahomet that time on the loose ball foul. It'll go against Woolsey. That's his first. Team's first of this quarter. Just 2 team fouls now for Mattoon, not 3. And they'll inbound against that 1-2-2 press. I like the look. I like the defense. I love seeing Finn on the top. He's so quick. He does a great job of recovering, and they'll settle in now and stay in that zone. Settle into a bit of a 1-2-2. Half court. Here comes Mattoon. Dribble drive. Penetrates. Block by Jackson. Good block. Here comes Baum the other way. Shakes. Dribbles to Woolsey. And Woolsey's fouled. Fouls are going to come in key in this second quarter. That's the third team foul on Mattoon. That one will go against Haw. And that'll be his second. So a little bit of foul trouble here starting to creep in as you creep towards halftime. 5:47 left. Bulldogs 21. Green Wave 9. Here comes the Bulldogs. Jackson Baum scans, kicks. Over to Bailey. Gavin Bailey now in for your Bulldogs, number 13. Baum spins, kicks. The 3 is good from the sophomore, Landon Hanna. Throws up a little hot sauce. Bulldogs up 24-9. Mattoon breaks the press the other way. Here comes Rice. Carson Rice kicks. Johnson with it. Skip pass. Another kick out. That's Johnson for 3. No good. Up. Offensive board is good, though, from Kimbrough. Bulldogs doing a great job of getting good stands on defense. Not so good getting those second chance rebounds. They need to do a little bit better job of making sure that they only limit Mattoon to 1 shot on the offensive end. Too many offensive rebounds so far, but all in all, a great effort so far, up 24-11. Mattoon with it after the miss from Hanna. Here they come. Bulldogs stay in that 1-2-2 zone. And it's going to be a ticky-tack foul. Will go against the Bulldogs. That'll be against Woolsey. It's his second. And that is the team's second foul. Woolsey will take a breather. So will Hanna. Luke Dyer back in now for the Bulldogs. And Mattoon at the free throw line. Up, no good. The rebound goes to Jackson Baum. Here comes Dyer to Baum. Shimmies, shakes, spins. Looks for Roethlisberger, who just came in the game. Loose ball. will go out on Bailey. I believe it'll be Mattoon's ball. Get a break there, though. They'll stay at our end. Nice break. Excuse me, it will stay with Mattoon. That's the right call. Went off bomb, I believe, there down at the baseline. Here comes Mattoon. A lot of skip passes. That one's too high. Goes into that student section. Well represented tonight for your Bulldogs. It's Thursday night Apollo Conference action. As a reminder, the girls play, varsity and JV girls play tomorrow night. Another home game for your Bulldogs. Come out and support those Mahomet-Seymour girls basketball players. They play here at home tomorrow night. JV at 6, I believe. Varsity will follow. Here's bomb. Gavin Bailey finds the middle of the lane. A little floater's no good. Here comes Mattoon the other way. 3:36, Bulldogs 24, Mattoon 11. Another skip pass into the student section. And so far the student section has 2 turnovers for the Bulldogs. So they're playing a part in this game here in this second quarter. 3:27 left to go. Finn will set it up. Roethlisberger with a screen. Skip to bomb. He's got baseline. Skips to Dyer. Dyer pump fake. Step back. Nothing but net. Nothing but hot sauce for Luke Dyer. What a sweet little move. Pump fake, step back, swish, and he's looking for a steal. Almost gets it. Doesn't. Mattoon comes the other way. That's Johnson. Over to Larson. Up. No good. They just can't convert him. Here comes Jackson. Up 16. Jackson dribbles, steps, through, up, almost. Good move, just couldn't get it to fall. Now Mattoon comes the other way. Luke Dyer with pressure. That's Rice with it. The point guard gets it in, inside out. Deep 3 from the Green Wave, no good. I believe they are 0 from 3. Maybe they have 1. Rice might have 1 or 2. Otherwise, nobody's hitting for Mattoon. And that bodes well for Mahomet. And they'll slow things down a little bit. Kick over to Finn. Touch pass to Bomb. Floater. Nothing but net. Timeout on the floor. Mattoon doesn't like what they're seeing. They'll take a timeout. Bulldogs all over the Green Wave. 29-11. 2:12 left. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. We'll stay here for the timeout. It'll give us a great opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors. As soon as I pull that out on my phone, I will tell you all about our sponsors. It couldn't be done. Bulldog TV just can't happen without the support financially of our corporate partners. Those corporate partners include Busey Bank, Christie Clinic, D1 Networks, Dr. Andrew White, FedEx of Champaign, Jackson, Quality Construction, Mid-America Mart of Mahomet, Subway of Mahomet, Legacy Solar, First State Bank of Forest, and of course the Mahomet-Seymour Athletic Boosters. And we're back in action. 2:11 left. All Bulldogs. Here comes Mattoon. Rice with it. Rice trying to set things up, trying to get some rhythm offensively. They're going to have a lot of three-point looks against this zone. They just can't convert. That time they do. Cole Larson finds a 3. And if Mattoon wants to get back in this, they're going to have to start knocking down some of those threes. Here comes Bulldogs now. They'll take their time, set things up. The quarterback, Luke Dyer, over to Baum. To Pagel. Skip past to Baum is a little high. Baum saves it, finds Roethlisberger. And wisely, Mahomet will call a timeout. Good timeout there by Coach Adam Schonauer. He saw that we were a little out of sorts there. Wisely calls a timeout to settle the boys down. It'll be a 30-second timeout. So we'll stay right here on Bulldog TV. 1:29 left. Again, big game to start the Apollo Conference. You don't want to start out 0-1 if you can help it, obviously. You want to set the tone in the conference action in a very winnable game. They're doing everything right so far in this first half, are the Bulldogs. The keys so far have been the great pressure from the Bulldogs, and the defense has been stout, forcing a lot of turnovers for Mattoon. and the Bulldogs are finding easy looks in the lane with that drive. Luke Dyer over to Baum, to Pagel, back to Baum, to Dyer. Dyer reverses it. Kicks it back out to Baum. Over to Dyer for three. Nothing but net for Dyer. A little hot sauce for Luke. He's feeling it. That's his 10th point. He leads all scorers, does Dyer. Bulldogs up now, 32-14. Lots of pressure. Great pressure from Baum and Finn. Randolph, the senior. Now Rice with it. Rice kicks. That's Gardner. Nothing doing against this Bulldog defense. They do find an entry there, but Bulldogs do a nice job. That's Rice with a deep three. And I'm joined finally by a partner. Coach John Atkins, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thanks for having
I'm glad you're here. It's hard doing this solo.
Yeah.
And we'll get to why you're late here in a second. But
I'm glad to be here.
I'm so glad you're here. You have no idea. Finn Randolph with it over to Dyer. Dyer kicks to Pagel in the corner. Back to Finn with a three. He likes it. In and out. Golden had it, lost it. Here comes the green wave the other way against that 1-2-2 defense that's worked so well. They're getting a lot of three looks, Coach, but Mattoon is not making the three, and they're not getting anything inside against this stout defense tonight from your Bulldogs. There's another steal. Here comes Baum with one. He launches at the buzzer. No good. And that'll do it for halftime, Coach. 32-14, all Bulldogs.
Dan, I walked into an incredible atmosphere. Our student section has got this place rocking, and I have absolutely enjoyed what I've seen. I don't know, man. I've been to a lot of Bulldog basketball games, and I don't know that I've seen our team or our kids play this hard. I mean, they're flying around. You know, obviously we played in that tough Lincoln tournament. I think it's showing. The competition that we played against, I definitely think is showing right now. Man, this has been fun to watch. I'm glad I get to enjoy the second half with you.
Well, I'm so glad you're here because, like I said, it's tough. You've probably done a couple shows solo, and it's not fun. But I'll tell you what I've noticed so far is the 1-2-2 defense has caused all kinds of issues, and I love having Finn on that point. He's so quick, and he's causing all kinds of disruptions that's leading to a lot of bad decision-making by Mattoon, and the Bulldogs seem to be in the right place. You can tell they're well coached in that 1-2-2, and honestly, Mattoon is not getting many good shots. They're getting three-point shots, usually contested or deep, and to our credit, they're just not making them. Early on, we didn't get a lot of defensive rebounds that I'd like to see, but they settled in and started getting those rebounds, and they're converting on this end. They're getting good shots. A lot of assists tonight that I've noticed. So sharing the ball, it's a good look.
There's no question you can tell that the system's starting to be implemented, right? We got couple games under our belts now, and Coach Schonauer's new system and this defense, again, like you mentioned, is fun to watch, right? Kids are always in the right spot. We're flying around. The pressure that we're getting out of our point man, and then just the overall rotation. You know, Jackson Baum on the weak side, you know, of the back part of the 1-2-2 rotates all the way over to the opposite block there in one of the plays I got to watch as I first walked in. I mean, that's the little stuff that I know Coach Schonauer has been continuing to go over, you know, with them at practice, and I think you're seeing it pay off. Again, what we've done in that Lincoln tournament and the competition that we had to face has certainly prepared us for this moment, and like you said, our kids are playing really hard, and this is fun to watch.
It's really fun to watch, and before we talk more basketball, Bulldog TV fans, you see our dance team out there, and I want to recognize them because they do an awesome job. Of course, you got seniors Kylie Beard, Brianna DiFilippo, juniors Aaron Applegate, Lucy Heckman, Jordan Ebelair, and Riley Walters, sophomores Brooklyn Dyer and Cheyenne Stevens, and freshmen Emerson Moser and Brooke Thurman. So shout out to them. Enjoy that while we're talking. Hopefully you can hear a little bit of it in the background, but you can certainly see it. Yeah, thank you. That's what I was looking for too. So yeah, they do a great job, and of course they're led by their coach Emily Chapman. And I know from first-hand experience. They do a lot of practicing. They practice a lot. I work with Emily to help find space, and of course, Brianna's a neighbor of mine, and they practice, so they get to perform here, and I love seeing this.
Speaking of them practicing in space, I've walked in multiple times, late of an evening, I need to get my computer or whatever, and they're in my classroom. To your point, Dan, that they'll take any space they can get because, again, they work incredibly hard and many, many hours to put on that great performance right there that we just saw.
Yeah, that was awesome. So, Coach, tell me, you had a ball game today.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
7th and 8th graders tonight. We both played at Rantoul. Both played very well. Again, both teams are 10-0.
Awesome.
Had 2 continuous clock games, 30-point games.
Excellent.
Kids are just playing really well. Again, they're fun to be around. The bus trips are always fun. Anytime you get in spin with these kids is always a great time. And then they go out and play as hard as they do. And again, just a great group of kids. Like I mentioned, both teams are 10-0, but the tougher part of our schedule is about to come up. Next week it starts at George Evans on Tuesday, and then we're back home on Thursday against Urbana. And, again, those are 2 teams that have a combined 2 losses amongst the 2 of them. So there's no question that we're going to have our hands full, and I know Coach Clark's going to have his boys ready, and Coach Baum and I are certainly going to do the same with the 7th graders, and they should be 2 really good contests next week.
Yeah, those 2 teams you mentioned are perennials at the junior high level. They're always good. The Bloomington teams are always tough, and Urbana always brings it. They've got a kid from Urbana who went back when Jake's group played that is playing at Arizona.
That's right. Yeah.
So they bring some talent.
No question. And George Evans typically feeds into the normal community school district, right?
Yep.
So, again, they're state ranked right now in the state of Illinois because they got a solid ball club. And, again, a lot of these players from George Evans ultimately go on to play at normal community. So there's no question that these 2 opponents this week are going to present some challenges for us, and we're definitely excited and looking forward to the opportunity.
Absolutely. That'd be good for them. And speaking of great seasons at the junior high level, the girls just finished off a fantastic season. The 7th graders came up short, but it was a sectional game, was it not?
Yeah.
Came up short the other night, but what a great season for the 7th grade girls. To cap their season.
Suffered a tough loss against Crete Monet. Kind of a back and forth game. Majority of the game, and then ultimately Crete kind of took the lead there towards the end and just missed a few shots down the stretch. But again, hats off to Jimmy Lanfear and his staff down there at the junior high with girls basketball. He's got an incredible program there, so much so that the 8th graders are still playing.
Yes.
They're going to take on a sectional opponent. I believe this coming Wednesday, is when that game is scheduled.
Is that a home game?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident in saying we host that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you're around, make sure you come out to the junior high school and support those Lady Bulldogs at the 8th grade level. Big game for them. Speaking
of lady girls basketball, I happened to see Dave Johnson down there on the Mattoon sideline. He was doing a Mattoon scorebook, I believe. My mom and dad
Mr.
know
Mattoon.
They know Dave pretty well. Dave has done a great job with the Lakeland girls basketball program. He's got a great group, great program going there as far as girls basketball is concerned. His son must be out there playing, so it's always good to see Dave.
Yeah, that's down from your neck of the woods where you grew up, Mattoon, Charleston area, so a lot of familiar faces for you, I'm sure. Also, speaking of girls basketball, we have another home game for the Varsity and JV program tomorrow night here at home. It'll be the Apollo Conference home opener against a really tough Mount Zion team. But Bulldogs girls, obviously I'm quite familiar. They are really fighters.
Yeah.
They lost a tough one on the road to a really quality BCC team. But
what an offensive performance. My
They put up almost 70 points.
Wow.
Actually, they did put up 70 points. And they fought to the bitter end. It is so fun. They're buying into the system, the new program, the new coach, Gary. It's got them buying in. And they fight, man. They fight. So it's fun to watch, win or lose. I think it's going to start turning corners on the scoreboard, but it sure is fun to watch.
Well, I think there's no doubt there's going to be one name circled on that scouting report. if I'm not mistaken here, Dan, I'm pretty sure that Denver Anderson girl from Mount Zion is a very good ball player. Might even have a couple Division I offers, I do believe. But
she's actually committed, Coach,
to
a Division I school, and it's a Utah school, and I don't remember which one.
Gotcha.
She's a Division I level talent. She is she's tall. She can shoot. She rebounds. She steals. She does it all for them.
We're going to have her circled on the scouting report,
yeah,
I guarantee it.
I'm sure they're going to know about her. And they've got a big Josie's her first name. I can't think of her second name, or her last name, but she's she's like 6'2", so we're going to have our hands full. But
yep, should
I
be
love
fun.
the way we're playing.
No doubt. I'm looking forward to it.
So we'll have that live tomorrow night as well. This game's going swimmingly for the Bulldogs, though. I love to see it. Good student section.
Mm-hmm. Love to see it.
I like to see that as well, Coach.
Dan, you mentioned something earlier about this new 1-2-2 defense that we're putting on display, and I think what another thing that I love the most, and you can go back and look, and when we played Cahokia and got that win, and then certainly even the game before that when we played Danville and almost got that win. I think what this defense does is it slows teams down, and to your point, if you're not hitting your shots, we're going to limit you to a one and done, and then we're going to get out and run. And that's what's happened here in this first half against Mattoon. They haven't hit some of those three-pointers. We've got the rebound, and our transition offense has been really good. Obviously, we got to continue to do that, hands up on shooters. But, yeah, I'm loving Coach Schonauer's 1-2-2 here. He stole that from Lincoln, his time at Lincoln there. And
that works pretty good for them.
If we can be as good as Lincoln, I think we're going to be all right.
Yeah, it works pretty good. And it's nice to see Cade Sterick. I don't know if this is his first game back because I haven't followed closely enough. Second game.
Yep.
But it's good to see him out there. I think he's going to continue to develop and improve as he gets in game shape.
Him and Landon Hanna both, right? You got suffered ankle injuries right there in the first couple of days of tryouts, and they both came back about the same time. So, yeah, I watched Landon hit that three-pointer, and that's exactly what went through my mind too, is anytime you can get two good players, in Cade's case, a senior with his leadership, back out there on the floor for your team, that's certainly going to do wonders for you.
Absolutely. It's a great first half of this Apollo Conference year. Let's see if we can match it in the second half. We'll kick things off right now. Mattoon with it. And they'll set things up against that 1-2-2. Finn on top. Baum and Dyer, second level. Wagner, Woolsey, third level. Skip to the corner. There's another three from Mattoon. It's off. Dyer with the board. He gets it to Baum, looks under to Wagner, spins. Shoots, off. Here comes Mattoon the other way. That's Rice. Rice looking for anything, nothing doing. Kicks it. Maybe a travel, gets away with it. Johnson skips. Smith for three. You want him shooting threes,
Yeah,
Coach.
but we got to get that rebound. That's what we talked about, limited them to one shot.
Yeah, first quarter we had a little bit of issues with that too. They're getting a lot of second chances, but second quarter we seem to adjust better. And we got a shoe tie, timeout. And Mattoon will inbound underneath. That's Johnson. To Gene. Gene caught in the corner. Skips. A lot of skip passes against this zone. There's a tip. Tip pass from Woolsey. Baum finds it on the steal. And here comes the Bulldogs up 32-14. Dyer, good entry to Wagner. Up, under, miss. A little off balance. Could have settled a little bit better, but I like the high percentage shot. Ticky-tack foul over there on Baum. It'll be his first, I believe, on Baum. His second actually.
Yeah.
Team first. And substitution already for Mattoon. Cale Kimbrough comes in, number 20. A junior. That's a football name I remember.
Yeah, he was all-state football player.
Yeah, I
he's
thought
a
he was
really good middle linebacker. His dad's the head coach.
That's why I remember that name. Anyway, he's in. He's just a sophomore. Kick out. Mattoon, another open look from three, but they just can't knock him down.
Yep. And again, to your point, I think they're contested threes, and like you said, we're definitely going to live with those.
Absolutely. Now Luke with it, drop step, floater, up, in and out. Here comes Mattoon. Bryce Jean with it, over to Rice. Another 3 from Larson, entry. Now a 3 from Wetzel. All they're getting is threes, Coach, against this 1-2-2 packed down defense.
As long as we keep contesting and they keep missing, I'm okay with it.
It's working out just fine. Bulldogs up 32-14. The senior Finn with it. He'll set the offense up for the Bulldogs. Inside on the elbow to Woolsey. Back out to Finn. A lot of movement. Love to see it. Here comes Finn down the middle on a floater. He's good at that shot. A little short that time. Here comes Mattoon to push it the other way. Another skip. A lot of skip passes for Mattoon. There's one more to Rice. Corner. That's Gene. Baseline. Really good take from Gene.
Really good reverse. Yep, we got to rotate over there, and we did not do that.
And now Dyer brings it up. Slows things down. Wagner to Dyer for 3. A little hot sauce from Luke, the quarterback.
I love it.
Nothing but net from Luke Dyer.
Gives him his 13th point of the game.
Here comes Mattoon against that 1-2-2. Yeah, good defense. I thought it was getting close to 10 count.
And Mattoon getting frustrated. Rice out there barking at his teammates. Upset they didn't come help him. It's that 1-2-2.
Love to see it. Good pressure again by the Bulldogs. Here comes Luke Dyer to set it up. Luke Dyer plays like Luka Doncic to me. He just kind of.
I love that comparison.
You know what I mean?
I do.
He's under control.
100%.
He's not super speedy, but he makes good decision and he's methodical.
No question. Always under control.
Under control. Smooth,
smart player. Yeah.
Smart. And Luke, if you watch us back, you're not Luka. Don't get your head too big. All right, you got a lot of wings to go, but you remind me of that style. And here comes Mattoon. Good pressure again by the Bulldogs. There's Rice. Nothing. Gets it inbounds. I think that's the key for Mattoon.
That is Kimbrough, yeah.
Mattoon has got to penetrate because they've had nothing but three-pointers, and when they do that, they can try to break us down. And they find Kimbrough there.
That's Henry Wagner's third foul. Braden Pagel will check in for him.
Good point, Coach. Kimbrough, I mistakenly called him a sophomore. He's a junior.
Thank God.
You only got one more year. You only got one more year to worry about him. Here comes Luke on the rebound, the miss from Kimbrough. 35-18 Bulldogs. Dyer with it. To Woolsey. To Pagel. Back to Miles. Good defense from Mattoon. Here comes Jackson. Good ball handling from Mahomet. Luke kicks.
Oh,
that's
no.
A tough one.
That's a tough call.
It's tough when he made the right decision there by kicking that ball out. Just got caught a little deep, I guess. Gets called for the charge.
Cade Sterrick returning for the Bulldogs, replacing Finn Randolph.
That's 3 team fouls, Coach, for this quarter, so that may come into play here with 4:34 left. Jackson Baum replaces Finn on the top of this 1-2-2 now. Sterrick, Dyer, Woolsey, and Pagel round things out. Here comes Mattoon. They break it. Pump fake. He's smooth around the rim.
Yeah, that was nice.
That's Wetzel. He's smooth. When he gets close to the rim, he's got a nice touch.
7 points on the game for Wetzel.
Here comes Luke Dyer. Woolsey's got it. Kicks to Baum. Baum resets. Over to Cade. He's a sharpshooter. Bulldogs are going to take their time, I think, Coach, unless they get a good look. Kick. Extra pass to Baum. He's got a nice look. Really good take to the rim.
This dribble drive offense that we got going here is great. Continuing to drive and attack and then kick out to the open man. Mattoon didn't do a good job of rotating there.
No, sir. Mahomet takes advantage. Another miss from Wetzel this time. Bulldogs with the rebound. Here comes Baum. Looks at a 3. In and out to Cade. Cade well guarded by Rice. Woolsey back to Cade. Cade's looking to drive here. Puts one up short. Mattoon with it. Good board. Here they come. That's Johnson. He'll get it to Wetzel. To Rice. Back to Johnson. Back to Rice. Rice into the middle of the lane. Drop step. Block shot from Baum. Here he goes. Baum with no numbers. He'll take his time. He drives, gets fouled. Good hezzy there from
Yeah, it
Baum.
was. Got the hand check call there. That's what happens when you're aggressive and attack the basket. That was a nice play there. Landon Hanna returning for the Bulldogs, replacing Luke Dyer.
And Gardner comes in for the Green Wave, replacing Wetzel. Coach, you probably know this. As Baum puts the entry pass in, up and in.
I love Jackson Baum. He plays so big, so much bigger than he actually is. That's right there underneath the basket around, Kale, Kimbrough, and some of their other big guys. And Jackson just soars up right above him. That's a grown man move, as Dan Waldinger would say.
That's a grown man move. And you know what? He does well without the ball.
He does.
Moves very well, just like Finn. Those two guys cut well without the ball.
No question. We got a full timeout Mattoon here.
Well, what I was going to ask you, I know you know the answer to this, but I always have to put this out here when we play Mattoon. Do you know what the heck the Green Wave is? What does that even mean?
So,
I know you know the answer.
Technically.
You're from around there. It's like in your in your kindergarten.
So it has to do
class.
with the wave of corn.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Obviously, sometimes depending on who you look at, they'll show the kind of like the two-lane.
Oh yeah.
You ever seen the wave like in the ocean, and they'll paint it green? Yeah. I've seen that before, but the actual reality of of what it stands for in Mattoon is actually the wave of the corn when it blows. They call that the green wave.
There you go.
There's your trivia for the day. So.
You not only get Bulldog basketball, but you get to learn and experience life lessons here on BTV.
I love it.
So you get it all. You get lessons from Coach. That probably should be a segment. Coach Atkins trivia.
Ooh, that could be a short segment. Bulldogs lead 39-20 here with 2:50 to go in the game. Or in the third quarter, excuse me. Great pressure right there on the inbounds play.
Ooh, Rice with a little nifty move. Pump fake up and in from the senior Rice for Mattoon. Showing a little life, 39-22 though. Woolsey brings it up. Woolsey's showing a lot of good minutes here in this early season as well.
Again, what I like about Miles, he came in for Henry. There's another thing I like about Miles. Nice three-pointer by Miles there, but he came in for Henry Wagner earlier so he can play the big spot inside, and then right there we see him bring the ball up the floor. Miles is a versatile player. That's always a luxury to have.
Absolutely, and if you can get a guy like that to knock down a three once in a while, you're in good shape. There's Mattoon. They're trying to find that middle of the lane. They're having some success with it. But they got a lot of work. Sure. They got a lot of work to do. Does Mattoon. That was Johnson on the dribble drive. And here comes Baum. He's probably fouled. They don't call it. And Baum's got 14, Coach, on the night. He leads scorers for us right now. He loses that ball. Here comes Rice. Good pass.
Yes, it was.
He's not going to miss that around the rim. Bryce Jean's really good.
Yep, ran the floor really well there.
Mm-hmm. So a little spurt from the Green Wave in this third quarter. Trying to close that gap, but they got a lot of work to do with 1:20 left in the third. Baum will slow it down. Looks for the sharpshooter. That's Derrick. He's usually great from there. He's still getting his game legs. That's Rice against the 1-2-2. He pump fakes. Gets caught in the corner. Good time to trap. Just
There's
missed
that flash to the middle. Kicked it back out, though.
Gene feeling it right
for
now.
The three. Must be the headband.
He's starting to heat up, Coach. He's got 12. He leads all scores for Mattoon. Got to find him with that headband. There's Baum with an open look from three. There's some more hot sauce.
It's always good for us when Jackson Baum has the ball in his hand. That's
smooth looking
nice
shot
there. Yeah,
smooth looking shot, and he's got 14 now.
Ooh,
good take from Mattoon.
Can't
good
finish.
Rebound.
Kimbrough with the rebound.
Extra pass to Gene. He gets fouled. Good take from Gene. He's good in there.
Ooh, if that's on Jackson, that might be his third foul. Yes, it is. 34.
Fifth team foul, but only 26 seconds left to go. That shouldn't be a factor. Gene goes to the line for Mattoon. Jackson was 17 now. And he'll get a breather with that foul. And Finn comes in for him. Green Wave brings in Jordan Houth, number 3, the senior, 6 foot. And Gene puts that up and in. 24 seconds left to go in this quarter. Hannah with it. Breaks it easy. Light pressure from Mattoon. They're playing a 2-3 right now, it looks like. Now they're in man. Man-to-man defense. Hannah with it. He's going to take the last shot. Forces it to.
Well, we thought he was going to take the last shot, and that'll put the Green Wave to the line.
That's a tough foul there.
In the bonus, yep.
You don't want to foul with 5 on the board. But what I like about that coach, it's such an underrated thing to do from a coaching standpoint is to understand when to hold the ball for one final shot. Now, obviously it didn't work out there, but that was the plan.
Yeah.
A lot of times you see the high school level, junior high level, they forget, possession is everything with 30 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen Landon not pick up his dribble there because ultimately that forced him to force a pass there into Finn and unfortunately gave them 2 free throws and they were able to connect on one.
Okay!
That's that senior Cade Sterrick we were talking about.
Okay. And it counts from half court.
We'll take it.
We'll definitely take it. I feel like Finn Sterrick's probably going to leapfrog after that one. Give him a little confidence. But he's cold, stone cold. He didn't even react.
That's right.
He knew it was going
walked
on.
off the floor.
We'll stay right here. Let's mute ourselves, though, and let's enjoy the cheerleaders here. All right, Coach, we're back.
Dan, I don't know if you got a chance to talk about this maybe earlier in the game, but, Mattoon with a brand-new head coach as well this year. So we got 2 teams squaring off here, both of them with brand-new head coaches, both of them still trying to learn their systems and get coached up in this new style of play for both teams. Mattoon, I believe, played in a Martinsville Thanksgiving tournament, so I do know that they got a couple games under their belt. But again, it's still early in the season. Both teams still trying to figure it out, and we got a nice little ball game on our hands here, especially from the Bulldogs. They're playing very well on both ends. Let's finish it out for one more quarter.
Yeah, it'd be nice to start the Apollo Conference with a win, and they're well on their way. Wagner kicks to Randolph, over to Sterrick, to Hannah, back to Sterrick. He's feeling it after that half court. Misses this one. Here comes Mattoon. Kicks ahead. Entry, kick out.
It was a really good job of transition defense there by the Bulldogs. Off a long rebound, they all got back, able to set up in this 1-2-2 and not make it easy for Mattoon.
Yeah, Coach, good point. I mean, it seems to me that they're already in mid-season form as far as conditioning, so they give a credit to the coaching staff for getting them in game shape because they are flying around. That 1-2-2 full court, you have to be in shape.
And I'm going to keep saying it too, stressing it, I can't enough, is that Lincoln tournament we were in. When you're playing Centennial and Belleville West and Danville and Cahokia and all these teams that full court press you, they play man, they fly around, that right there in itself is going to get you in shape for sure.
Yeah, they want to speed you up. So the game probably seems a little slower tonight, quite frankly.
No doubt.
After playing all that speed and athleticism, we can kind of settle in. There's Finn on the skip.
Nice move down the baseline.
A little long. Rebound goes to Kimbrough. Here comes Mattoon. Gardner with it. And he's got a hand check foul, I guess.
And that's going to be our second already in this quarter.
A little ticky-tack. Go against Sterrick. Cade Sterrick. Ryan's his dad. 2-3 on the inbound. Oh, he's out of bounds.
Yeah.
Yep, good call. Gardner didn't quite get settled after he inbounded it. He's out of bounds. That'll go Bulldogs. Now Mattoon showing a little press. Let's see how we break it. Well, they're just going to pull off, let Landon take it up and break it himself. Hannah with it.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever
about
seen
that call.
I don't think I've ever seen that
I
before.
thought Landon did a really good job of taking care of the basketball there. Wow.
Yeah, that's a
tough call.
It's a tough one. New faces for the Bulldogs. Luke Dyer back in.
Miles Woolsey as well.
Bulldogs stay in that 1-2-2 full court. In the right spaces. They find a deep one, though, that time, and they break it. That's Kimbrough they found underneath. 48-33, though. All Bulldogs. Hannah with it. Pump fake. Shoots. Scores. Good move. Good jumper from Landon Hannah. Here comes Mattoon. Finn with that quickness.
Oh,
yeah, he's
no.
A little late.
That's going to be Henry's fourth foul and our team's fourth for this quarter.
Yeah, that's
next foul for the whole 6 minutes. The Green Wave will be shooting.
Yeah, you don't want to give a team that's down chances to stop the clock.
And free points.
And free points. Fortunately, Kimbrough misses that.
Jackson Baum will return for Landon Hannah.
Yeah, we're playing a deep lineup too, which is good to see that we've got guys deep enough to come in and out. Going 8-9 deep tonight are the Bulldogs. Here comes Finn. Kimbrough misses both free throws, by the way. Tough pass inside. Mattoon with it now on the steal. Spins. That's Larson up and in. Cole Larson.
Again, Dan, to your point, we're letting them get too deep into the lane there. No foul on that call right there. But we got to do a better job of keeping them out of the lane here. Third quarter and now here early in the fourth, Mattoon's done a really good job of getting the ball down close to the basket here.
Yeah, you have to imagine that their coach definitely talked about that at half. Good skip and good entry. There's Kimbrough. Once again, they found the lane.
Bulldogs now with a 12-point lead.
Their head coach, Jimmy McKee, with some good adjustments. Closing the gap. It's starting to get a little, I guess, tighter, if you will. Here comes Dyer to settle things. To Woolsey. Mattoon out of sorts defensively a little bit. There's Jackson. Over to Woolsey. Kicks to Wagner. He looks to drive. Stops. Pops.
Good finish
Bucket.
by Henry. Full timeout. Coach Schonauer on the Bulldogs.
Yes, sir. And with that, let's take a timeout. We'll be right back on Bulldog TV.
Mr. Hensley on the tracks tonight. Always got to love a Hensley playlist.
I was just about to say, we're going throwback when Matt's on. He's got the tunes pumping. The student section has no idea what song it is.
They have no idea.
No clue.
I'd like to see our student section get back into it. They did a good job in the first half, and they've been kind of quiet in the second half.
They have been.
We need them to help us out here.
And what happened to the themes? When are the themes coming? That's Rice on the bucket. Brings Mattoon within 12. Maybe the themes come later. I don't know.
Great skip pass by Henry Wagner on the baseline there.
Finn fouled after the shot. Should be an and one for
Yes,
4,
it
but he'll
should.
take 3. Key bucket.
Pulls it back to 15.
Yeah, that was a key bucket.
Yes, it was.
We don't want to let Mattoon get under 10. There's a bad pass from Rice. Good save, though, from Mattoon. Here comes the green wave. No good, though.
Got a rebound.
Kimbrough on it. That might have been a foul. Kimbrough with a short jumper. Nothing. They can't get it to fall. Bulldogs get the rebound. Woolsey now with it the other way. Full court man-to-man now for Mattoon. I was to say there's a foul there. He's surprised, but we're not.
Yeah, it was it was 4-0 on the team fouls. I knew they were going to try to give us one here to slowly start to even it up. So there's Mattoon's first foul of the quarter.
Entry to Wagner. Over to Dyer with the deep 3, nothing. Rebound off of Wagner. Henry reminds me so much of his brother Ben.
Oh, doesn't he?
His mannerisms, his style of play. Shout out to Ben.
Both of them play linebacker. Just throw that out
sir. And pretty good at it.
Oh, again, Mattoon getting down to the lane there with Rice. Stop and pop at the orange line.
Yeah, he's showing some.
Cuts it back to 13 with 3:28 to go.
Rice now with 12 on the night for Mattoon. Woolsey with it. Over to Dyer. Settles it to Baum. Baum dribbles, gets in the lane, kicks. Extra pass to Woolsey. Short jumper. No good. Rebound goes to Mattoon. Here they come.
Got to stop the ball in transition, and we don't.
We don't.
They
There's
get
Rice.
down in the lane.
Rice kicks it. He got caught underneath. Good defense from Finn.
Great pressure by Finn.
They're just extending Mattoon farther and farther away from the basket. Really good defense.
Again, I think that's that Coach Schonauer timeout there. Oh,
They found Bryce Jean underneath the basket, though, Coach.
spoke too soon.
We did. We jinxed him. And when Bryce Jean has gotten it in the lane tonight, he's not missing.
Unfortunately, that's going to be Jackson Baum's 4th foul. We need him to be careful for this next 2:46.
I don't like that. He's
his
leading.
17 points.
Yeah,
we got to
he's
keep
leading
him on
all
the floor.
scorers. All of a sudden, Mattoon looks to pull this thing within 10, Coach, and they do that. So they're tightening up, but only 2:46 left to go. It's our game to win here. Luke Dyer takes it all the way. Underhand pass into Wagner. Back out to Finn. Wagner for 3.
No.
In and out. Baum with almost a rebound, but it'll go to Jean.
We got to have a stop here.
Mattoon. That's Jean. Kicks to Rice. He's got a good look.
Oh, no, no.
And it's good.
No, closeout.
The three-pointer's good from Rice. That's his 15th.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
Coach wisely takes a timeout just to settle the score because it's only a 7-point lead all of a sudden.
You know, I know Coach Schonauer is probably going to talk to him in the huddle right now about, hey, guys, we got the lead. Let's not shoot our way out of a game. And unfortunately, these last couple 2-3 possessions, we've kind of taken some shots, although possibly open, not necessarily the best shots that we need in a game like this when you got the lead. Let's try to look for the easy one, maybe a close one, maybe a layup. If nothing else, we're going to continue to hold the ball and take time off the clock when we got a lead like this.
Well, there's no shot clock yet. We might as well take advantage of that.
Take advantage
right?
of it. That's
Let's
right.
hold that ball unless you got a layup or a wide open high percentage. And I'm sure that's what he's talking about, especially given the fact that Mattoon only with 1 team foul, they're going to have to start taking risk and fouling.
Got to.
So the message I'm sure in the huddle is take care of the ball and we don't need to shoot.
Yep.
We got a 7-point lead.
And we got to get back in transition defense. That right there was a perfect example. We were kind of jogging back. Mattoon did a great job of pushing the ball up the floor, got the ball to the corner for what ultimately was a wide open shot, uncontested. We got to get back. We got to sprint back. We got to contest that shot.
Yep. Bulldogs look to finish here. Every moment of learning experience for this new program, and I expect them to, you're going to start seeing some
There's
fouls
another
now.
one, yep.
I'm not sure they even wanted to foul there, but we'll take it.
The only one out there on the floor, Gardner from Mattoon has 3. Everybody else 1 or none. So Mattoon not necessarily in foul trouble as far as that's concerned.
Both teams with 2 timeouts as well, Coach, as we get to the 2-minute warning.
Great
Good back
play.
cut. Good spin. And the finish from Jackson Baum. What a feed from the quarterback, Luke Dyer. Here comes Rice. Floater. Up and in.
Rice gets down to the block again.
Yeah, smooth take.
Oh,
Full court
yeah,
pressure.
sure was.
Who they call him
It's
out
a
on?
really good call. Luke Dyer, unfortunately, with a push off there. Referee saw it right in front of him.
Yeah, and
That's going to be Mattoon's basketball.
They catch him. So Mattoon with it, down 7. Chance to cut this within 5, maybe 4.
You know, back to that play, we were trying to let Luke do it all on his own. I'd like to see Finn go screen for him, or even Luke go screen. That way we don't have that push-off call there. Now our student section's
there
getting
they
into
are,
it.
and a timeout from Mattoon. He saw the 10-second violation approaching. Yeah, student section comes alive. Coach, love to see that. 1:39 left. Still a 3-possession game. Bulldogs will be on defense, though. Mattoon with a wise timeout. They were in trouble there.
Got to get some stops here for sure.
Yeah, it's our game to win. Hold the ball, let them foul. They still got 3 more before we go to the line. So you know they're going to take risks, but right now they've got the ball. So we got a box out, close out. Close out on the shooter. Rice has given us problems here late in the game, as has Gene and Kimbrough. Those are the 3 that you got to pay attention to.
To your point earlier, as deep as we are on our bench, you know, playing 8 and 9 today, Mattoon not in the same boat.
No.
You know, played maybe 7 tops.
Yep.
Right now sticking with this same 5 that's been out there the good majority of this entire second half here. Hoping that wears on them and they get tired and they stop pushing the ball up the floor maybe, and we can continue to get some stops here. 1:39 to go. Bulldogs up 57-50.
Well, and I'd like to see on the offensive end, keeping it amongst Dyer, Baum, and Finn. Those are your free throw shooters, high percentage guys. Once we get to the foul game, here's Rice. Rice with it. He's been hot. He's got 17 on the night.
Bulldogs doing a great job of packing it in.
There's a 3 from Gene.
That's a great contest. That is a great contest
great board
by
from
Henry
Finn.
Wagner.
Wagner just got to
settle
take care
of it.
Just settle it.
Foul on Mattoon. That's number 4, Rice.
Yep, good decision from Wagner not to try to get too greedy there. So they still got 2 to give, Coach. 1:14 left. Mattoon with 1 timeout. Mahomet with 2. 57-50 Bulldogs.
Great play. Got to finish.
Yes, sir. Once again, Baum does a great job of moving without the ball.
Yep. You've mentioned that a couple times tonight, and there it shows up again. That's a great play by Jackson Baum. Good look by Luke Dyer as well.
And a good find. 1 minute to play. There's a turnover and a
Great
foul.
job.
Foul goes on Kimbrough. And the next foul will be shooting.
Here we go. I'd like to see a screen here. Screen by our 2 guards. Screen and roll back. Try to get somebody open. Jackson flashing to the ball.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, we want him to the free throw line. That's a great decision right there.
Yeah, good decision. You can tell they practice that fire. I mean, we call it fire.
We call fire too. Yeah, exactly.
So you want that because you know they got 3 guys guarding up here. If you get that fire, and Jackson moves so well without the ball, he's going to get position. Now it's a free throw game, up 9. Baum drains it.
That'll do it for Jackson's 22nd point of the game.
Have a night, kid.
Man, he's been playing well this entire Lincoln tournament as well.
And it's a quiet 23 points, relatively speaking. Probably a career high. I'm going on a whim. I have no idea. That is not fact checked.
He might have had 24 now that you say that.
Okay.
At Cahokia. Don't quote me on that, but it's got to be close. There's no doubt. Great night for Jackson Baum.
Absolutely.
Like to see the Bulldogs finish it here. Mattoon with a bucket. Put Finn Randolph to the line. 61-52 with 36 seconds to go.
Yeah, I think Vegas had the over and under at 10, so this is a big free throw. A lot of people on the edge of their seat, Coach. Finn with 2. Finn tonight 8 points, looking to get double digits, Coach. He won't quite get there on this one, but we've got Dyer with 13. Of course, Baum with 23. Everyone contributing tonight for the Bulldogs. Finn up and in. Over and under safe right now.
There we go. Got to get a stop here.
Need to stop. Rice with it to Gene. They're going to launch one. It's a matter who. So there's the steal from Woolsey. Settle.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Helps him up. Rice helps him up, wants to let him know that wasn't intentional.
Yeah, just trying to play till the end.
Good sportsmanship right there by Rice.
You bet.
24 seconds to go, 10-point ball game. See if Miles can put this on ice.
Yeah, Miles has had a solid game. 5 points, but he's had a lot of great rebounds. He's been very active defensively.
Can't get the first one to go.
You'll probably agree with this, Coach, but I love how they show points and stuff, individuals, but I'd rather see rebounds and assists.
No question.
Up there.
No question.
But here comes Mattoon. Bulldogs up 11, 20 seconds. Get it to the middle. Rebound for Dyer. Kick out. Jackson wisely settles it.
Jackson was going to hold the ball, but now it looks like he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Now he might get his career high.
There we go.
Thanks to Mattoon.
Let me just do some fact checking here, and I will quickly ask his father.
Yeah, there you go. So he's got 24 now, and he's at the line for one more to round out the game. Leads all scorers, and he does get that 25th. Pretty darn good game from Jackson.
For Jackson Baum.
Deep three from Gene, and the bank is open here late, and that'll do it.
Gene just had to make sure Vegas knew it was what the over-under was.
You're right.
Be, so.
That's Vegas always knows, Coach.
Great win by the Bulldogs tonight, 65-55 to open up conference play.
Coach, I can't thank you enough. Honest to God, like I needed you tonight.
Well, I appreciate you letting me be here. I rushed back from our game from Rantoul as soon as I could.
I appreciate
just to be here with you. You're the man, the myth, the legend. There's no doubt about it. So,
well, that'll do it. Great win for the Bulldogs. 1-0 in the Apollo Conference. We'll be back tomorrow night on Bulldog TV where we'll see the girls play Mount Zion. Hopefully, Coach will be back with me on the call. I'm Dan Waldinger for Coach Atkins. Good night from Mahomet. Go Bulldogs.